Hello everyone, and welcome to Mudlick Creek Garage. In this video, we're going to be solving an issue that most of you Dodge Ram owners either have experienced or heard horror stories about. This here is my 09 Ram 2500, and the track bar is starting to go bad. Now, the nice thing about the newer Rams, 3rd gen and newer, is the track bars are actually rebuildable by the average guy. So you can save some money doing this yourself, and I'm going to show you how. Let's get under here and take a look. All right, so your track bar, sorry about the lighting, this is an issue that I'm getting fixed, is that middle bar there that runs from the frame down to the axle. Its job is to keep the axle centered under the vehicle. And when the axle is allowed to wander is when death wobble occurs. It's a violent shaking in the steering wheel. How I can tell this one's going bad is it's jerky and it moves around and it just doesn't act right. In 4-wheel drive, it'll kind of jar you. So that tells me the bushings in this guy are bad, and we're gonna have to replace them. Getting the track bar out of here is fairly easy. You have to position your steering in a way that you can snake your socket in between the steering linkages. That's a 21 millimeter on both ends. And then you're going to apparently not use an impact. Let me get the breaker bar and we'll get both ends out and we'll be back. The track bars are removed out of the vehicle, and as you can see, my track bar is a bit crusty because it's a New York vehicle. This probably should be replaced, but at the current moment, we're gonna put bushings in it because I'm gonna show you guys how to save the money. This is only temporary as I plan to lift this truck, and at that point it will get an adjustable track bar, whole 9 yards. So we're gonna go over to the press and we're gonna show you how to get these old bushings out, because as you can see, the rubbers in these have seen much better days. Let's get over to the press. I have the press set up to press these out. What you're gonna use is a 2-inch socket that's gonna fit down over this ridge. And then I'm just gonna use the end of the press to push down and get these pushed out. Let me get these pushed out and we'll be back. The new track bar bushings are all pressed in. Let me tell you, if you do not have a shop press and you're planning on doing this job, it's worth every bit of $200. That being said, you can buy a new track bar for less than that. So this is the only job you're doing, buy a new track bar. But if you have a shop press is a good idea. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the angle grinder with the wire wheel, clean this bad boy up, throw some paint on it, let that dry, and then we will shoot it back in the truck. While you have the truck apart, it's a good idea to go around to all of your grease fittings and shoot them full of grease. If you have the tires off, it's super easy to get to all of them. And also I like to go around and just use WD-40 or some sort of lubricant and shoot all of your rubber bushings. That way you don't have any squeaks and squawks. So let's get this track bar back installed. I have the track bar reinstalled in the vehicle. The easiest way to do it is put the bottom side in. Then you're going to want to move the steering wheel back and forth until you can get the top side in. So then you're going to tighten your bolts down tight. Make sure you're using the factory retaining nuts. And you will be good to go. So there you are, guys. That's how to put a track bar, or how to replace the track bar bushings in a 07 to 09 Dodge Ram 2500.